Congratulations.
Thank you.
When you were walking down the runway earlier after the fashion show, what was going through your head?
Um, well, the first thing I always worry about is how I look. Syempre. I don't know. I'm very self-conscious because
Mm-hmm.
like I don't really like how that I look. So like I always have like a problem with trying to look,
Mm-hmm.
because when you walk out of the runway, I feel like a lot of people, syempre they connect the design, they connect the designer.
The designer.
So
Yeah.
parang I'm trying to look the part as well. But I mean aside from that, parang in my mind, parang while I was walking down the runway, it was like overall like it was like a happy feeling. I was just
Mm-hmm.
really grateful na that I get to do a collection like this with my team, with my loved ones and my friends and other creatives as well. And na parang not a lot of people get to do collections like that. So
Mm-hmm.
parang in my mind was like I just have to be grateful and like I'm happy that I was finally able to showcase the collection, and I'm even happier that when people saw the clothes, they were really happy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you're doing it here in your home
Oh,
province.
province.
Diba? Parang,
Yeah. It's
does
very
it add
nostalgic.
to, I mean, to the pride that you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I think it does because I always use Bicol as like when we go here, like I always use it as an
Mm-hmm.
escape. So like I would make music here. I would reflect on myself, what I need to improve on myself as an individual. Yeah, and actually that's why the name of the collection is called Faces/Faces because we actually made it about 21 different people, um, with me and the creative director
Mm-hmm.
Irika, who heavily impacted us in our lives, either negatively or positively.
Mm-hmm.
So, parang the reason why we made it about those different people is because, when we would reflect, we would also always think about different individuals who helped shape us to who we are today. So, parang we wanted for this collection, we just wanted the intimate, very, very real, and that it's very relatable and
Mm-hmm.
understandable.
And you think you're able to achieve that earlier?
Oh yeah, of course. I feel like because a lot of people seem to like the clothes a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
mukha namang they were able to understand the message that we were trying to send out. Yeah.
How long did you and your team, how long did it take you to finish the entire collection?
How long did it take us? Like 2 months, 3 months?
Well, sketch-wise, you've been sketching the designs earlier.
Yeah. So yeah.
Production-wise, around 2 months.
So production around 2 months, sketch wise 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So conceptualizing took 6 months, but the actual production for the runway shows and the ready to wear was 2 months. Yeah.
And how does it feel working with a dynamic team of young people?
It
Like,
feels great. Yeah, because like as a creative, you always long for people who understand you.
like-minded.
Yeah, who are like-minded, people who have the same morals and the same
Mhm.
interests, because that's where you feel at home. So, I mean, yun pa lang, I'm already grateful because like I also know that it's like you don't always get to work with the people you like. So I'm just happy that the people who are on my team are people I like. So yeah.
You're very young, you're 22, but I wanted to know, how did you realize that fashion design is your passion? When did you discover that
Hmm.
this is really something that you really would like to do?
I think what solidified it because so Reika, our creative director, she would always get me to style for her music videos because she directs some music videos, and parang through styling kasi I would make custom clothes for different other artists, one of ones, and parang I enjoyed making custom pieces to the point where like, oh, why don't I make clothes that I like to wear as well, and and sell, hopefully see if there's a market. So parang ganun siya nag-start. So it started actually with styling, and then when my love for styling and buying clothes for myself grew, parang I wanted to start making my own
But
design.
kailan mo parang na-realize na this is the kind of design? Kasi based on my understanding and what I've seen earlier, parang it's a combination of street and a Japanese
Streetwear and
fashion.
Japanese
Yeah.
fashion. Yeah. Actually, we label our brand future-oriented concept wear.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi we don't really I mean, yes, we take very heavy influence on streetwear,
Mm-hmm.
but the silhouettes that we were trying to create for the clothes talaga were when we design is we try to envision people from the future. Like
Mm-hmm.
like like what would they wear, not in the present but like what would they wear then, like
Mm-hmm.
in the future. Yeah, so parang we always try to reinvent classics, reinvent yung mga archive pieces namin. So if you notice sa mga blazers namin, very different yung lapel shape niya,
Mm-hmm.
tas yung pattern niya. We don't really go for the traditional design where it's like the basic lapel, although that it looks good too, but we wanted to have our own interpretation of what the lapel would look like, yeah, in the future, or what it would look like if we were the ones to wear it. Yeah, ganun.
Is it safe to say na yun yung what sets you apart from other designers?
I don't know, but I mean, because when I design naman, I don't really try to set myself up.
Mm-hmm.
That my goal naman is not really to set myself apart.
But it's more of self-expression.
More of
and
just
the
self-expression,
creative.
and then if people think, you know, this certain aspect of my design separates me from other designers, and yeah, they can think that. Pero I think for me, important bottom line is parang when I design, it's real.
Mhm.
You know, it's not something I just made in like 5 minutes, and like no, it's like carefully thought of, and it's emotion. It's raw emotion.
But where do you get the motivation, the inspiration
So ano kasi,
to create things
yeah.
like this?
So when I would sketch kasi, I sketch in bursts. So
Mhm.
I'm not the type of person na araw-araw I design.
Mm-hmm.
So I only actually ever like design like once or twice every week. Sometimes nga once or twice every month naman.
Mm-mm.
But in like 4 hours, I'll come up with like 40 to 80 sketches. Like in one day, like I'll have 80 sketches like compiled, like done in one day. And that's because parang I'm the type of person to have a lot of pent up emotions. So when I would sketch, parang linalabas ko lahat ng I mean, I don't want to say galit, pero all of my anger, I try to translate it into my designs. It's like very therapeutic.
What was your design philosophy?
My design philosophy, I don't even know. I don't even know what my design philosophy is. All I know is that parang I'm trying to reinvent silhouettes. Because I'm very into Japanese fashion and I'm very into streetwear, so I try to combine both and still have the oversized fit and parang having my own touch on it. Yeah.
In that case, where do you want to take this collection? Do you have any plans in the pipeline to perhaps stage another
Show?
fashion show
So-
elsewhere?
We actually have our next show is actually on the 28th. We have a fall winter collection in Manila sa Midas Hotel. So ayun naman 44 looks yun. And that one's even more wild than this one because it's a winter collection, which is our expertise. So a lot of more layering compared to what we showed sa capsule resort collection. And we also have plans of getting consigned abroad in Tokyo and Paris. We talked to some store owners and we'll be presenting to them in around September, October. So hopefully ma-accept kami for consignment. And
Wow.
yeah.
You're very young, you're 22, and it feels like you have your career planned out. Is that so?
Yeah, I guess like I just want to see other people wear my clothes. So parang everything I need to research for that to happen, I'm doing right now. Like parang I'm like searching on other stores that could carry our brand. Kasi I want to see, kids like me wearing, like kids like us wearing our clothes. Kasi I mean, I'm pretty sure Filipinos will wear our clothes naman here. It's just I feel like it fits the winter environment a lot more. It's like a lot harder to wear our clothes here. Yeah. So, yeah.
When you were starting out, did you get any rejections in terms of presenting your designs or
Yeah, there's some.
pitching your creative?
There's some rejections kasi we're a local brand. Some stores only carry known international brands. It's really hard for upcoming brands to get consigned talaga kasi usually they also look at your financial statements din kung how much you guys generate and how much exposure you get. So yeah, there's a lot of rejection at the start, but right now, parang recently so far, there's been a lot of people who also give us a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like with the recent store owners that we've been talking to, parang yun
Now,
yung direction.
now you just finished your fashion show. And you have another fashion show upcoming,
Yeah.
and you've mentioned that you're planning to go out of the country to
It's
to
insane.
promote
Probably to
your
promote.
designs.
Yeah.
Initially, what was your vision as a fashion designer?
Well, because we actually conceptualized the brand like
Mhm.
in her apartment, and in mind when we were conceptualizing the brand, parang we just wanted to create. Parang we just wanted like a label that represented parang like yung mga pieces namin, and we
Mhm.
just wanted to make clothes that we like to wear. And then that was just like the only goal from the start, because we didn't really expect that it would go this far. Kumbaga, like from the first show, kala namin it was it right after that. Pero from the overwhelming amount of positive reviews about it, we decided, oh, why not have another show, since a lot of the first show was a success. So yeah, so parang ganun siya. Yeah.
So, going back, looking back from the time you were conceptualizing and
Yeah.
then seeing your collection being worn by the models earlier,
Yeah.
what was what's the happy thought you had earlier
Yeah. Sorry, come again.
when you're seeing the models earlier
Oh,
walking
when
the
they were
runway?
going on.
What
Oh, it's
was-
a
what
really
was-
great
mhm.
feeling. Like we actually, that's usually the moment where we start tearing up when they finally walk
Mhm.
out. Kasi when you see the models walk out with their finalized looks, you remember all the fittings, all the samplings, all the research you had to do, all the procurement for the raw materials that you need, and you even remember your parang childhood memories where you don't even think na parang you'd be in this industry in the first place. So parang everything is connected. So
Mhm.
it's like it's a roller coaster of emotions and like reminiscing of like how the collection came to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Last question for myself. What's the biggest challenge of being a young designer in a very dynamic world of fashion design?
Well, one, I don't really have a college degree in fashion, so
Mm-mm.
it's hard for people to not naman accept, pero I feel like there's a bit of a gap when you don't really have like a fashion degree. Although we're grateful that we have like like the financial support to be able to do a show like this. The biggest challenge talaga is, I think, being consistent. For me, yeah, I think consistency is a very big challenge, because to always have to parang make sure that your designs are still innovative and beautiful and true to the brand's DNA. It gets tiring at some points, but it's fun, don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
just parang as a designer or as a creative, people always tend to expect the best of you. Actually, feeling ko naman in any industry.
Oo.
Like, I feel like people always expect the best out of everyone, even though everyone has their own struggles and everyone's dealing with their own problems. So, I feel like, yeah. So feeling ko
Pero,
naman
but how do you parang
Cope with
motivate
that.
yourself to stay consistent
Consistent.
with all the
parang
pressure
Yeah, parang
surrounding
I
you?
tell myself, I'm like, is there anything else you want to do in life? And then I tell myself none. And I'm like, okay, then
Just
do
create.
fashion. Do fashion. And that's what I enjoy naman doing. And parang I don't really get tired when I finally see my designs on the runway. It takes all the tiredness away. Yeah. All the pagod is gone.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.